going on, dickweeds? That's better. Hey? Fucking rights. Bloop. Hey? Today's Saturday. You should know that. But, if you didn't, I'm here to tell you. Hey? It's Saturday. I'm smoking OG Bubba. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And, yeah. I got a few stories today. Yesterday we, fuck! Hey? Yesterday me and Donna made 2 videos for you cocksuckers. The first video got age restricted because, I think because I showed you guys the, grow tent. Hey? I'm guessing YouTube thinks maybe people smoke tents now. Hey? I don't know what the fuck's up with that, but yeah, they age restricted it, so if you weren't able to see it, go back and check it out. Hey? That was the first video of yesterday. Hang on. Give me a second. Hey? Give me a second or 3. The video's called She Was Thinking I Can't Wait Till Cigrit Gives Me His Yogurt. Hey? The pictures here, I'll show you guys. Well, actually, never mind. I don't want to pick you guys up because it was hard to find a good spot for you guys. You know what I mean? Maybe if I turn it towards you. The second one from the top. Hey? Hopefully it's coming in for you guys. That one there. That one got age restricted. And then the one on top, that was the second video we did for you guys. Hopefully I'm not blurry now. I don't think so. Anyway, the second video that we did for you guys, that didn't come out, hey? That didn't come out till this morning. Yeah, YouTube was slow, and there's nothing I can do about that. It was supposed to come out last night, but, yeah. Anyway, in the video with the red writing there, the red writing says, Donna's got the munchies. Hey? If you go to the comment section there, there's a dude there. I'd pick up the camera and show you guys, but it's hard to adjust the camera in the living room here. I had a little bit of a, yeah, I'm used to the dining room, you know, but I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a different scene tonight. Hey? So, hang on a second here. So, yeah, I don't want to move the camera just because, you know, if I do and I fuck something up, then you might not be able to see me as well. Hey? Donna's going to be right back. Donna's... Hey? Donna's going to be right back. She just ran to the beer store for me. She's going to get me 8 tall boys of Molson Canadian. What beer's all about? What's a Saturday with some beers? Okay, so under that video, the first one we did yesterday, the red one, the red writing one. Hopefully you guys understood what the fuck I was trying to explain to you when I said the red one. The one with the thumbnail that has the red writing. Or, I'm pointing over there, but it's right here. Hey? I don't know what the fuck. Okay, hang on. There's a dude. Where the fuck is it? Hey. There's a dude here named Craig Day. He commented underneath that video yesterday, the first video that got age restricted. He said, "My wife asked me today, why were you behind the LCBO? Tracy told me she saw you there, so I'm guessing he was behind the LCBO and somebody named Tracy saw him there or something, or whatever." Anyway, let me read it to you. "My wife asked me today, why were you behind the LCBO? Tracy told me she saw you there, so I'm like, tell Tracy to mind her business and stay in her own fucking lane. I don't know what to her." I don't know what the ending means. Anyway, underneath that comment, I noticed last night, and it's been going since last night all the way through till this morning. A whole bunch of you cocksuckers commented underneath that about the LC, hey? So if you guys missed that, I know a lot of you guys seen it, but if some of you guys missed that, go back and check it. Dude, maybe you guys have a comment or something, hey? Or if you've been keeping up with the LC stuff, well, there's a big chat going on about it right now. Well, not right now. There was. Hey? Anyway, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Okay. So yeah, there was 2 videos yesterday. One got age restricted. The age restricted one has a comment thing going on underneath it, a big chat thing, and yeah, I just figured I'd let you guys know because, you guys watch every day. Hey, you might as well know what's going on in the comment section too. Okay. I have 2 stories. Yesterday I told you guys some stories in the second video. That might be Donna. Anyway, I told you guys. Okay, I told you guys some stories in the second video yesterday, and Donna told me that I should tell you cocksuckers these other 2 stories that she remembered this morning. So I'm going to tell you guys. Hey, they're just stories from a long time ago. So, let me get started. Just give me a second or 3. Hey? Molson Canadian, what beer's all about? Fucking right. Okay. That's my first beer in like 3 or 4 days. Hey? Well, not, yeah. Yeah, it's my first beer. My first taste of beer in 3 or 4 days. It tastes really good. Hey? Fucking rice. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's get on with the stories here. So the first story Donna remembered was a time we lived on William Street in South Porcupine, Ontario. Yeah, we lived on William Street in South Porcupine, Ontario. And my brother Robbie was over visiting. Me and him were playing some PlayStation. Hey? I think it was the PlayStation 1. It was a long time ago. And anyway, he kept taking these cheap shots at me. I got 9 brothers. There's 10 of us all together. And my younger brothers are better at video games than me because Well, I don't really play them that much. Hey? Well, actually, I don't play them at all. But this one day I was playing with them, the wrestling game. It was WWF Raw or WWE Raw. I don't remember exactly what it was. And he was taking these cheap shots at me, and I warned him, like, if you fucking do that again, if you fucking take a cheap shot at me again, I'm gonna fucking... I told him you better run. Hey? And anyway, so we're playing the game, you know, we're sitting there like a couple arseholes playing with the fucking... We had the pads going, and we're playing the wrestling game, and I think he was Steve Austin or something, and he kept giving me the fucking stunner, and it was pissing me off. It was the only move he was fucking doing. And so anyway, we were playing, and sure enough, he cheap shots me again with another stunner. And so I grabbed the fucking coffee table, and I picked it up, the whole fucking thing, everything fell off it. I picked up the coffee table into the fucking air, and drinks and everything fell on the rug. We used to smoke the dirty cigarettes back then, the ashtray flew, everything fucking flew. Robbie ran, and I can't pick up the camera and show you, I don't want to lose my spot here, but pretend there's a door frame over me. Hey? So he ran from the living room where we were sitting into the kitchen, and I threw that fucking coffee table at him. And he got to the door frame just in time where the coffee table smashed against the two sides of the door frame. It shattered into pieces. Hey? By 1 second he got through that frame. If he never got through that door frame, I probably would have broke his fucking head. Cocksucker. Hey? He kept fucking cheap shot me though on that wrestling game. Pissed me right off. Anyway, Donna remembered that story because that was her coffee table. Hey? Fuck's sakes. Okay, the next story. If you're watching Robbie, you probably remember that. Hey? That was back when you first started coming over and you were learning how to do... Well, it wasn't when he first started coming over, but it was when he first started to come over while he was learning how to do bong tokes. Hey? And I let him do some bong tokes, and we played video games, and... Yeah. Hey? I don't think we ever played any video games together again after that. Anyway, next story. There was a time also... Okay, that first story was in South Porcupine, Ontario. This other story takes place at the next place we moved to. After that, we moved from William Street in South Porcupine, Ontario to Eric Crescent in Porcupine, Ontario. Just down the highway. Hey? And anyway, it was a bigger place, you know. We ended up... anyway, never mind. We'll keep going. Okay, well, we ended up living there because, you know, we lived at the other place because we only had one kid. We moved to the second place because the jizz was born and we needed a bigger place. So that's why we moved. I figured I would mention that. I didn't want to, but it did. Hey? It was bugging me, and I figured I had to tell that part. Anyway, okay. So we're living at this other place now on Eric Crescent. It was actually 131 Eric Crescent in Porcupine, Ontario. This guy named Sandy lived up the street. He was over visiting, and my brother Ben was also over visiting. So Ben and Sandy were over visiting. My brother Ben and Sandy from up the street. Sandy from up the street, he used to eat the Ritalin, and I don't know what other pills he was on and stuff. He was fucked in the head. Hey, I just met him. I didn't know him from a hole in the cock. Hey, like I didn't know him at all. But he was over. I forget what we were talking about. Anyway, so Donna made some food, and we're down in the rec room watching a movie or something like that. The three of us, you know, me, Ben, and Sandy, and we were eating and whatever, and I don't know what Sandy was on. Something in his head was going off, and he looks at me and he says, "You told my girlfriend this, whatever." And I said, "Are you talking to me?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm talking to you." And I said, "Well, I don't even know who your girlfriend is." And he said, "Well, yeah, you told her this and that and something or other." And I said, "But I don't know who your girlfriend is." And he stood up and started yelling at me in my own house. Hey, and I said, I don't know who the fuck your girlfriend is. And then he sits down on the couch and he's still yelling at me. And I got a short fuse. I can't take too much of somebody lipping off to me, especially when they're accusing me of something I didn't do. So I got up. I walked up to his stupid face and I said, I don't know your fucking girlfriend, you stupid cocksucker! And I put my fist up like that, and he closed his fucking eyes because he thought I was going to punch him in his face, and I wanted to, but I didn't. I punched a hole in the wall right beside his fucking head, and my brother Ben, he threw his fucking supper into the air because he got scared. Plate came down and smashed on the floor. Food went everywhere. He started crying, and he ran up the fucking stairs and hid behind Donna. Hey? While he ran upstairs and hid behind Donna, I was still yelling at Sandy down in the basement, and Sandy got up and fucking left because, yeah, if he didn't get up and leave. Hey, where are you going, Donna?
I just have to put this thing in my head. Like, I just have to throw it there.
Okay, well, you're supposed to fill up my bowl, so don't be too long. Yeah, she's supposed to be my bowl filler for me because I don't got time to get up and go and do that and tell these stories. Hey! So Sandy left because if he didn't leave, I would have fucking punched him in the mouth and knocked out all of his fucking teeth. Eh? Fucking prick. Okay. So that's all Donna remembered this morning for me. Right, Donna? Did you come up with anything else? What did we say earlier? I don't remember. Oh yeah, Donna told me to tell you guys some old stories that I already told you guys like a few years ago. Because we got a lot of new subscribers now. A lot of our new subscribers haven't checked out the old videos. So if you already heard these videos, skip forward to, or these videos. Fuck! Hey? I meant stories. We told these stories before, these ones I'm going to tell you right now. But if you already heard them before, just like skip forward and yeah, maybe you'll find a story that you didn't hear. Hey? But I do know that a lot of our subscribers in the old days also missed these stories. So anyway, I'm going to tell you again. Hey? So here's what happened. This was back in the 80s. Me and my brother Billy, like I said, fuck! Hey? My words. I'm trying to say too much at once. There's 10 of us all together. I got 9 brothers. Me and my brother Billy come from my dad's first marriage, and my other 8 brothers come from my dad's second marriage. So back in the 80s, me and my brother Billy went to visit my mom, our mom, down in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Hey? And we were driving through the Husky. Well, first we were getting into the truck because we were leaving the Husky restaurant. It's for those of you that don't know, the Husky is a restaurant, truck station, or truck stop, gas bar, fucking thingamabob. Hey, they make really good food over there. Anyway, back in the 80s, we just finished eating there. We were getting into the truck, me, Billy, and my mom. We were fucking off out of there. Hey, gonna go home or something. Anyway, my mom got in the truck, and me and Billy were fighting over who the fuck's gonna sit in the passenger seat, like by the door, and who's gonna jump in the middle. And, you know, nobody wants to sit in the middle because the person sitting in the middle is going to be the bitch. Hey? But the little cocksucker wouldn't fucking get in. So I had a plan. I got in, I sat in the middle. Billy got in, closed the fucking door. He's sitting there with a stupid smile on his face. Hey? Know what I mean? Anyway, then my mom starts cruising through the parking lot. It's a fairly big parking lot, so she was going kind of fast. Then I looked over at Billy when he was smiling because he looked at me smiling, you know, trying to get cocky and piss me off, you know. So I looked over at him and pow! I fucking hit him right in the fucking face, you know, startled the shit out of him. He didn't know what to do. He was stunned. While he's all stunned, I grabbed the fucking door handle and I popped it open. I put my foot up like that and I fucking pushed him out. Hey? He flew out of the truck and fucking, he started rolling on the concrete like a log. My mom slammed on the fucking brakes of the truck, and the truck started sliding, and all you can hear was, hey? And then my mom put it in park, and she got out of the truck, and she ran around to the back, and she went to check on Billy because she thought she fucking ran him over. She even thought she might have killed him. She was scared. But she didn't run him over. He just rolled, and he was pretty bloody though. And yeah, I ended up getting to sit by the door that day. Hey, I won. Hey, I won. What other story was there, Donna?
Just that other one there with the war thing.
That war one, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get some papers
From where?
from the Max.
Well, how long are you gonna be?
2 minutes?
Okay, well, hurry up. I'm gonna need you to fill my bowl again.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be my bowl filler. Okay, I was going to tell you guys a story I already told you guys a long time ago, but I'm going to tell you a different one instead. Well, actually, no, I should probably tell you the one Donna wanted me to tell you then. If I have time, I'll tell you another story that I just thought of. Hey? Sorry this is a little bit fucking boring for you guys, but it's Saturday. I haven't done shit today except for scrub the old meat cigarette, and I didn't really do anything today. Just, yeah, I smoked some weeds, and yeah, I didn't do nothing. Hey? Anyway, I don't even know why I'm telling you guys that. What was I saying? I don't remember. Hang on. Oh yeah. Sorry if the boring's a little bit video. Hey. Okay. So this story that Donna wants me to tell you guys, I told you guys before, but I'm gonna tell you again because a lot of you guys might not remember it, or you might have missed that video. A long time ago, this is back in the early 90s, there was some kind of fucking war going on the other side of the world. I don't know if it was like that Desert Storm shit, or I don't remember if it was that one or if there was another one after that, or I don't fucking remember. It was a long time ago. Anyway, this is in Sudbury, Ontario, this story. This story takes place in Sudbury, Ontario. That's what I meant. Hey? Yeah, this story takes place in Sudbury, Ontario. Back in the 90s. The early 90s. So, while the war's going on, me and Donna were bored. There's no internet or nothing back in them days. Like, well, there might have been, but not any internet that we ever had. Hey? We never seen no internet back then. Anyway, so Donna had her grandmother's typewriter. I don't know why. Oh, we were making resumes and stuff. We were looking for jobs back then, eh? Back in Sudbury. This is back in our early days. We needed to write up some resume or type up resumes. So she had her grandmother's typewriter, and I decided, because we were bored, I was going to write a letter to my brother Billy and pretend he came from the fucking military, telling him that he had to go to war. And the typewriter said Sergeant, or didn't say Sergeant. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hey, the typewriter said Smith and Corona on it, because it was a Smith and Corona typewriter. On the letter, I wrote down that the letter came from Sergeant Smith and Corona. I couldn't think of a good name, so Smith and Corona sounded about right. Hey? So, I typed up a letter, saying, there's a war going on right now and your country needs you, and you're young, and yeah, you have no choice but to go to this fucking war, Canada, this and that. And I forget what I said exactly. It was a real good letter. And then I folded it up perfectly, like, corners were perfectly where they're supposed to be, like, the three fold to the paper, like the way you'd get a letter from, like, a place that was doing a professional letter and sending it to you, Hopefully that made sense. I don't know. Anyway, so I folded it up real nice, put it in the envelope, even stuck a stamp on the fucking thing just to make it look real. Hey? Walked up the street to my brother Billy's house. He lived with, or he still lives with her, but his girlfriend Cheryl. So Billy and Cheryl, I went to their house. So my brother's name is Billy and his old lady's name is Cheryl. Anyway, I went over to their place and I seen they had mail already, but I stuck the envelope I typed up into their mail, you know, and I went in to visit. I hung around for about 10-15 minutes, and then I looked over at Billy's girlfriend and I said, Cheryl, I noticed when I was coming in the door, I forgot, I should have grabbed it for you, but I didn't know if you guys were home or not. There was mail in your mailbox. And so she went outside and got the mail, and she found that letter for Billy and she gave it to Billy, and Billy opens it up and we're all sitting around smoking a joint, hey? And we're all having a good time, smiling, laughing, whatever. Then all of a sudden, while he's reading the letter, his face goes white. Like he's got this tombstone fucking look on his face, and he's got tears in his eyes, you know, like he's scared. He jumps up on his counter and he just fucking sits there looking at the letter, you know. And he says to his girlfriend, Cheryl, they want me to go to war. So Cheryl grabs the letter and she's looking at it too. And she looks like she's scared now. And the two of them are looking at each other, you know, like what you see in them, like, you know, like when you see people in the movies looking at each other all before they go to war and they're like ready to cry and shit. They don't know what to say to each other because they think they might not see each other again. Well, the two of them are sitting there looking at each other like that. And there's also Cheryl's brother Jason was there. Her other brother might have been there too, but I remember Jason was there. Anyway, so I couldn't take it anymore, right? We're sitting there and we're looking at Billy and Cheryl fucking like in panic mode, you know? Anyway, I burst out laughing. I couldn't take it anymore. I started laughing and I had to explain to them where the letter came from, and yeah, it's one of those times you kind of had to be there. Anyway, I got enough time for one more story. I thought up a story. I think I said I thought up a story. I don't know. Do you have any stories, Donna, before I tell them another story? No. No stories from Donna tonight?
No.
Oh yeah. Sorry if the video is boring. We don't have nothing going on today. Just smoking weeds and sitting around, really. Hey? Nothing to show around here. Anyway, my next story, this is in Sudbury, Ontario. I lived on Regent Street. This is the first apartment I ever lived in. I lived alone. Hey? And I had a buddy named Nick. He lent me a stereo one day. And we got into a fight. I don't know. I had the stereo for about a week. And then we got into a fight over something. Not over the stereo. It was over something else. And I don't know if you guys, well, a lot of you guys probably never been to Sudbury, but those of you that have been to Sudbury, Ontario, you might have went down Regent Street before. Well, that's where my apartment was, on Regent Street. It's a pretty busy fucking street. There's a lot of vehicles there. Now that I'm thinking about it, I got a lot of stories to tell from when I lived there. Anyway, let's get back to the one I'm telling now. Hey, my buddy Nick lent me a stereo, and then me and him got into a fight over something, and he had this brother that was older than him, but his brother wasn't older than me. Like, Nick was a year younger than I was, and his brother was the same age as me, his stepbrother. So he got his stepbrother to come with him to try to fight with me about something, and I forget what it was. So I was standing on the patio. My patio, like, there's my patio, and there's stairs that go down to the driveway. Like, there's not a patio. Like, the public can get to the patio, you know what I mean? So he's standing across the street, and I said, well, come here, you cocksucker. I forget what his brother's name was. Anyway, I said, well, come on, you little cocksucker. Come here. And he wouldn't come to fight me, right? I called the both of them on together. Well, 1 to 2 years coming, you know, and they wouldn't come. And then Nick opens his mouth and he says, you fucking called me a cocksucker or something. He says, give me back my fucking stereo while I'm here. And because we were in a fight and his brother wouldn't fight me, like he showed up to a fight and he wouldn't fight and he pissed me off. So I put his fucking stereo down sideways on my patio, like a football, eh? And I went back into my apartment and I ran across the living room, back out through the door onto the patio, and I football kicked that fucking cocksucker like I was trying to get a fucking field goal. And that thing went up into the air and landed on the fucking, on Regent Street, right in front of the Sheridan Caswell. There used to be an apartment building there, but it's not there anymore. They ripped it down. Well, that's where I lived. Well, the Sheridan Caswell. Is it still called the Sheridan Caswell, Donna? I lived right across from Caswell Drive.
I don't.
Anyway, the fucking stereo came down, exploded on the fucking street. Traffic kept driving. I didn't hit no cars or nothing. Traffic started coming and they ran over all his fucking stuff. And he still wouldn't come up to fight me. Anyway, I just remembered that while I was talking to you guys. I remember booting that cocksucker stereo, like... Yeah. I think it started to break in the air, but then when it hit the fucking... When it hit the street, it was like a... Yeah. It exploded. Hey? Fucking rights. Anyway, me and Nick are friends again. We talk once in a while. If you're watching, Nick, Cigrit holder to you, buddy. Hey? I think I still owe you a stereo. Hey? Fuck's sakes. Okay. I don't know if I have anything else. Do we have anything else, Don? Did you fill up my bowl again? Mm-hmm. Right on. My road toke's all ready. Hey? So, if you guys get bored, we got 2 videos from yesterday. Well, one's from last night and one was supposed to be also from last night, but YouTube was slow, so it came out this morning, and yeah. Check them out. Hey? Don't forget to give them a like. Just like this video, give it a like. It'll travel through YouTube's algorithm, and we might be able to find some new subscribers to watch our shit, and yeah. It's better with more people.
Called that anymore.
The what?
Sheridan Caswell.
It's not called the Sheridan Caswell?
I don't think so.
No, that's what I thought the name might have changed. Is the street still called Caswell Drive?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know either. I haven't been there in a long time. Yeah, I haven't been there in a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you guys one more story. It is still called Caswell Drive?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I lived across the street from Caswell Drive. It's still there. Okay, we got time for one more fucking story. I might have told this one before, but I'm not too sure, okay? So this is also in Sudbury, Ontario, in the same apartment where I got into a fight with Nick and his brother and kicked his stereo off the fucking patio. This is a real junky apartment. It wasn't like an apartment, but it was an apartment because there was a bunch of units there, like different people lived in there, you know. This is where me and Don almost got shot one time. I told you guys that story too. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. This story here, this guy, he was a construction worker in Sudbury. Real big cocksucker, looked like Hulk Hogan. He didn't have the great big fucking arms like the Hulkster, but he was big like the Hulkster. Like, he was real tall, and he had the bald spot and the blonde hair, you know, that was kind of long like Hulk Hogan. And he used to walk up and down the fucking sidewalk at lunchtime. Like, he was a construction worker that worked not too far from where I lived. And he'd go to McDonald's every day and grab some cheeseburgers or whatever the fuck it was. And he'd go walking down the fucking street and eat his lunch or whatever on his way back to the construction site that he was working at. Anyway, I had a slingshot. And outside of my apartment, there's a great big crabapple tree with these great big red motherfuckers. And I used to grab them and fill up like bags with them, you know, because at nighttime I'd put them on my slingshot and boom, hey, hit people and stuff. So anyway, this cocksucker was walking down the street, and I figured, okay, you big son of a bitch, let's see what you got. Hey, if you would have came after me, like I wasn't as big. Well, I'm not that big. Like I don't think I'm Hulk Hogan size. I'm like more like well, I don't even know what wrestler would be the height of me. I'm only 5'6.5". Hey. Anyway, I figured, okay, well, I'd peg him, and if he sees me, well, we'll take it from there. I'd probably just fucking, outrun him and fuck him. Let him try to chase me, and he would never catch me, and yeah. Anyway, but instead of like just sitting outside on the patio like I normally do in the dark, this time I had a smarter, better idea. So he wouldn't be able to see me. Like, he might be able to see me, but not too likely. And luckily for me, he didn't see me because, well, let me tell you the rest of the story. We're inside of it. Does this make sense so far, Donna? I don't even think she's there. Okay, she might have went outside to smoke a joint. Hopefully everything's making sense. So anyway, he's walking down the street in his fucking cheeseburger, and I took a crab apple, and I put it on the fucking slingshot, and I pulled back, and I had the window open in my living room, just enough to get the crab apple to fly out. Hey, just enough to fly out. So I was sitting on the floor because the window was like, there's a great big picture window, but then there's the smaller slidable windows underneath the big picture window, So I had the slidable little thing open. So I pulled back, and I let go, and it went, and it was going towards his head. I was trying to hit him in the fucking head because I was a teenager. I think I was 16 years old, and I was bad. Like, I didn't give a fuck about anything. Hey? So anyway, I'm watching this fucking crab apple. It's fucking flying towards his fucking head, and I don't know what happened. The wind picked up or something, and it curved like downwards, and instead of hitting him in the head, it went down, and it hit him on the inside of his fucking foot, like by your ankle. And he had work boots on, but it hit the side of his work boot, and he leaped in the air like really fucking high. And while he leaped, he threw his fucking burger and his bag of whatever the fuck else he had into the air. Everything hit the fucking ground, and he started walking left and right, and he was steaming, his face was red, and he's swearing, "You fucking motherfucker!" And he's walking left, right, he's looking everywhere, you know what I mean? And I laid down, I just had my head up just enough for my eyes to fucking see him on the fucking street, you know what he was doing? And he was fucking mad. If he would have seen me, he probably would have broke my fucking neck and ripped it off my fucking head and shoved it right up my arse. Yeah, he was fucking mad. I guess I should be thankful he didn't hit me in the fucking head or the eye. Hey? Fuck's sakes. Anyway, he ended up picking up his bag of food. I don't know how damaged it was on the inside. His other burger that he was eating, that thing was all over the place. There was a patty on the ground. There was pickles. There was bun. There was, yeah, it was a mess. And yeah, that's my crabapple story from, well, that's one of my crabapple stories from when I lived on Regent Street, I lived on Regent Street when I was 16 years old, back in Sudbury, Ontario. Hey? And I caused a lot of trouble in that area. Anyway, I'll tell you guys a little more about it down the road. Hey? This video's starting to get long, and yeah, maybe I'll come back later with another video, but I don't know. It all depends on if you cocksuckers watch this video and start liking the button like last night. Liking the button. No, not liking the button. Liking the video. Pressing the button and showing me that you like the video. And if you guys like the videos with stories like this one, I'll come back and tell you guys some more stories. But, it's all up to you guys. Hey? And plus, like, a lot of you guys might be busy on Saturday, but, a lot of people aren't busy on Saturday and like to hear stories and watch YouTube, so, yeah. Maybe. Hey? Maybe I'll be back. Maybe I'll be back with a few more stories. Now that I'm telling stories, I'm thinking about a bunch more. Hey? Anyway. Usually I sit on the love seat over there, but if you guys watched like yesterday's video, you guys seen Charlie the Labradoodle threw up after drinking cold water. Well, the cocksucker went and drank cold water again today, and he threw up right there. And so I gotta end this video right now and upload it for you guys because it's getting long and it's over now. And Donna she's got a steam cleaner and she's gonna fix this mess that we got going on. I mean, it's cleaned up, but it needs to be steam cleaned. Hey? Road Talk time. I see we don't got any new subscribers, so yeah. Hey? Old subscribers? People watching that aren't subscribed, well, like and subscribe. Hey? You can watch this kind of content every fucking day. Sort of like this kind of content, I guess. There's not always stories, it's usually different stuff, but right now I'm telling stories because there's nothing to do around here. Hey? We're in Timmins, Ontario, where it sucks real bad. Where everything sucks. If you're not going to subscribe, at least hit the like button. I mean, fuck. You've watched this far, so, you know. Boop. Help us out. Hey?
Go lay down. Go. Charlie, go.
Yeah, Charlie. Go lay down. Stop bothering everybody. Charlie's a mooch. He begs for food all the time. Even when there's not any food around. Okay. Cigrit holder to the people that... Yeah, just Cigrit holder to everybody. Hey? Got some final words, Donna, seeing you didn't want to do anything else in this video?
What? I was reading this thing.
We need final words. What do you got? Is it important?
Well, it's not here, but it's in the...
What?
Did you ever hear of sextortion?
No.
Okay, well, it's this thing in teens, okay, right?
Okay. I don't want to talk. I don't got time for that right now. Maybe in later on or tomorrow's video, Don will tell you about whatever the fuck this garbage is. But I don't got time for this shit right now. Cigrit holder, everybody. Give them some final words. That's what I meant.
Stay happy, stay safe.
I didn't mean tell them the news.
Stay happy, stay safe. Enjoy your Saturday. That's it.
Yeah, and that's it. Sorry if the video was boring, but you know, it is what it is. Hey? Next! Hey? Anyway, that's all we got for tonight, for now. I mean, what's up to you guys? Hey? Hit the like button. We're out. Hey? We're out, Donna?
Yeah.
We're out of here.